What terrible product sells by the millions?
Hart's brand pet flea treatments, medication. It's dangerous and has been the cause of death for many pets. IIRC. It's a nerve agent that's supposed to make the pet's blood toxic to fleas. I used some on my cat once and she started freaking out, then had trouble waking normally, her legs were twitching and kicking, clearly out of her control, and tears of brown thick liquid started streaming down her face. I picked her up and frantically gave her a bath, hoping to wash any of the remaining chemicals off the back of her neck before any more of that poison seeped into her skin.
Same with sergeants. If it's at the dollar store, don't put it on your animal. I used to be a vet tech and saw way too many animals die to this poison. And those are the ones people bothered to bring in.
Any product where marketing is 95% of the production budget.
Cough Raycon's cough.
Penis enlargement pills.
The pills keep getting larger but my penis is still the same size. Am I doing something wrong?
Diet shakes, pills, teas, etc.
My boyfriend was trying to lose weight desperately for a job. He made a list of everything he wanted. He wanted a girdle, to suck in his belly, eggs, and 4 different diet pills. The cost of just one box was well over $50. And he wanted 4. I told him the diet pills will never work, and they might make him sick. Bought one box anyway. He lost a couple pounds. Water weight. In order to lose more, he starved himself and ate 3 eggs, once per day, or nothing at all. He would have a smoothie a few times a week, which has several hundred calories. He's lost about 100 pounds but because he's given himself anorexia.
I've struggled with my weight my whole from when I was 7 to now at 21. When I was young, everyone from family, friends, doctors, and other kids told me I needed to lose weight, but I was never at an unhealthy weight, just a little chubby, and I was active. There's one person I can specifically think, who only ever talked about losing weight to me. Always giving me, a child most of the time, dieting tips. When I was in middle school, I even started wearing spandex everywhere I went. One problem was, I remembered people in my family always said I'll lose the weight during puberty. So when I started to lose large amount of weight at 14 for no reason and people said I started to look good, I thought this is great. Then I found out I had 2 types of cancer. I ended up severely underweight at 97 pounds. I went from constantly being told and pressured to lose weight, to constantly being pressured to eat and gain weight. I was pressured to constantly eat while undergoing 3 different cancer treatments. More than half the time I couldn't keep anything down or even didn't have an appetite. Some people basically accused me of anorexia. It came to the point that if someone even mentioned food to me, I would burst out crying. It took me years to finally feel comfortable about my body. At the age of 19 last year I decided to step on a scale, which I hadn't done for months since my last appointment. I decided from that moment on the only one who could say anything about my weight was me and my doctors. I was going to eat healthy and keep a stable weight after years of my weight being like a roller coaster. I'm happy with my body as long as my doctors say I'm healthy. I don't give a poo what anyone else says. Now I can't stand these diet products that are pushed on people by destroying their confidence. They destroy not only your confidence but also your mental health and body. What job does he have? There's so many ways for men for him to lose weight in a healthy way. Remember to not make him feel like he's being attacked. He'll resent you and push you away. He needs to talk to a doctor and a nutritionist. If he can't get a nutritionist, he can still find a healthy routine on real medical websites. There's also support groups for men who want to lose weight the right way. I really hope your boyfriend realizes that he's harming himself and recovers.
Pay-to-win games.
I got sucked into State of Survival not knowing what pay-to-win even was. Been playing for over a year and dumped money into faked stats. It can easily become an addiction. Lesson learned. Never again. Herbalife.
I work for FedEx and it's insane the amount of Herbalife boxes that come through our facility.
Anything offered in the Canadian cellular plan market. Thanks for nothing CRTC.
I recently moved back to Canada from the US, and it's actually cheaper to pay the US roaming fees than to switch to a Canadian provider.
Wildly overpriced microtransactions in video games, it's genuinely absurd. $25 for a little outfit for your character in a first-person shooter where you do not see your little outfit is a perfect example.
I remember the good old days when people were mad about horse armor. I hate the slow attrition that got us to this point. Paying full AAA title price just for a skin is absurd, yet pretty much every game does it, implying there are people who are paying up. Madness.
Goop.
Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop is awful. Goop hand cleaner is a mechanic's best friend. Cable TV, from major providers. They made money f-ing people over, and then when streaming services changed the game they decided to continue finding new ways to f you over. God help you if you live in a rural area.
You know, the original concept of cable TV with TV without ads. Lol. That didn't last long. Valley screw you if you want to watch sports. Cable has always been a terrible product.
I remember being a kid and seeing ads that claims cable TV had no ads lol. Oh, to be young and naive again.
My data.
I saw you were thinking about toast today. Here's 10 ads on toast.
NBA 2K franchise. Just keeps getting progressively worse. More ads, more incentives to spend money, gameplay barely changes.
I remember when one of them launched the same time with GTA Casino expansion and the NBA 2K trailer featured more gambling minigames. This is the said NBA 2K trailer link.
Stuff with microbeads. Seriously, how was this ever legal in the first place, and why is it still legal? Edit. Apparently microbeads were mostly banned in the US, where majority of Redditors are from, in 2018, enacted 2015, but I missed that. However, this is not a strict ban, as they are still allowed in non-rinse-off products such as makeup or pillow stuffing, and you can order large quantities of them on Amazon. So while this is a step in the right direction, it is certainly not good enough. Furthermore, they should be banned worldwide like CFCs, whereas their environmental impact is equally as bad.
Dental field here. In 2008, when I started seeing tiny, blue remnants of a foreign material below a patient's gum line, I first asked what are they using. As I started removing this stuff in more and more patients, it was narrowed down to their toothpaste. I didn't know it was plastic at the time. Thanks Crest Pro Health with microbursts. Little did everyone know the environmental effects from a toothpaste. I stopped recommended the Crest Pro Health line just based off what I saw patient-wise. Terrible. Edit. I love Reddit. Y'all got jokes that I love. The Crest Pro Health line was never my favorite, as many patients also experienced cheek tissue sloughing off with that mouthwash.
Shark cards, gold bars, or any other microtransaction which gives you virtual money in a world you'll be playing a lot, anyway, so you'd be getting that money anyway.
GTA is a huge offender of this. Play the game like it's your job or get none of the new content that gets released.
Detoxification miracle products. Get all the toxins out of your body. You already have a pancreas and liver. Edit, and kidneys. Edit 2. Thanks for the silver. Edit 3. Glad to see so many people actually are educated about their digestive systems. One of my favorite areas of study right now are the gut microbiome and its ever-increasing known impact on our overall health. So far it really seems like one of the most important factors, if not the most, is the quality of care you give your old poop machine. So yeah, don't consume garbage branded as detox products that F your colon.
And kidneys, hopefully.
There's an old IT joke about being in a room with 3 truly despicable people and a printer and a gun with 2 bullets. Who would you shoot? The answer for IT people is you would shoot the printer twice.
PC load letter? WTF does that mean? Arg.
Douche. Like Summer's Eve. That stuff is totally unnecessary if you're hygienic.
Lysol used to be marketed as a douche. Even had all kinds of ridiculous ads scaring women that their husband will leave them if they don't disinfect down there. Literally any sport games that come out once a year.
It made sense 20 years ago when graphics were improving so fast that each year's game was actually different than the year before's. In 2021 they should just release a content pack every year to update player data and then put out a new version every 5 years or so when there's actually something to change in the game.
Printer ink cartridges.
I hate the printers that refuse to print a black and white page just because it's out of yellow ink.
Lol, surprise toys or any such surprise toy, they sell like crazy, and the whole idea is to buy them, open the wrapper and see what you have got. Once opened the toy, JS never used, man, facepalming.
Lego minifigures are the only good surprise nowadays. You always get a fun minifigure, not China lol plastic.
Fruits that have to be repackaged individually. Edit. I went to sleep and it kind of blew up. Thanks for the silver, you are too kind. Greater than.
So every supermarket fruit in Japan?
Cheap toilet paper that your finger goes right through unless you fold it over several times.
Some people need a trip through Mud Valley to stay humble.
Anything made by or in cahoots with Kylie Jenner.
Any Jenner, Kardashian.
Puppy mill puppies. Sorry to compare them to a product, but that's how they're treated. No one should purchase a puppy from a pet store, ever. This now extends to online brokerage websites like Greenfield and PuppySpot. They're like Amazon. A few clicks and a puppy will be sent to your door, and these puppies are coming from the exact same place as the pet store puppies. Because of people's need for instant gratification, these facilities with hundreds to thousands of breeding animals, link. Never believe a store who claims they only sell puppies from responsible breeders. No, not even if the owner has visited the breeders and, no, they're good. By definition, a responsible breeder would never send their puppies to a pet store. Even pet stores that claim to only have rescues need to be scrutinized because some mills will use a shell rescue to puppy launder, link. People sometimes justify their purchases as saving puppies from a pet store. But that is still investing in the industry and funding their operations by giving them profit. Legislation hasn't stemmed the tide. Only a loss of profit will make mills move on to another hustle. So please educate yourself and anyone you know who loves dogs and might ever be tempted to purchase a puppy from a pet store or online. Either adopt from a responsible rescue or purchase from a responsible breeder.
I worked at Petland many years ago. Every single puppy there came from a mill, no exceptions. Every week a dude in a van would pull up and open the back, which was filled floor to ceiling with cages. He would grab the ones we were supposed to get and then go make more deliveries. The puppies would be put in quarantine in a separate room for about a week before they could go into the windowed cages for customers to see. I'm being completely honest when I say 2/3 of the dogs had health problems and half of them went back to the breeder without ever leaving quarantine. Tons of little things that management didn't care about, like breed standards or extra toes or behavioral issues, to more severe stuff like inguinal hernias or having severe hip dysplasia at less than 6 months old. To add to that, the dogs were insanely overpriced. You want a chocolate lab? $1,500. A golden retriever? $1,700. A French bulldog? $3,200. And if you fell in love with one of the dogs, we were supposed to push financing options on you to sell more dogs. Second most soul-sucking job I've had. Don't buy dogs from Petland.
Bottled air.
You say that, right up until you go scuba diving.
It's not still being sold by the millions, I hope, but the hot gift of Christmas 1975 was the pet rock, link.
I had a pet rock. I kept bothering my parents for a dog. I said I'd take care of it and all the other stuff kids say. So as a joke, my parents got me a pet rock so I'd have a pet to take care of. I believe I threw it out in the backyard after a day or two. On second thought, maybe that's why they didn't get me the dog. FIFA.
The same poo repackaged every year, but they change it just enough so that you're not good at it anymore. Every year could easily just be a patch.
Alienware computers. They used to be genuinely top-of-the-line gaming machines, expensive but well-balanced and good bang for your buck. Then Dell bought them and ran the product line into the ground, stuffing them with way too much RAM and way too little everything else but keeping the premium price. The brand still has enough cultural momentum among teenage gamers, however, that they still sell despite the terrible price point.
Pro tip. Before Dell bought Alienware, they were Clevos. And good news, you can still buy a Clevo from numerous resellers, Eurocom or XMG for example. They still are great, well, besides their software, that can go F. I always go for Clevos now.
This should go without saying, but coffee pods. Edit. Cheers, strangers.
I was gifted a Keurig. They make reusable pods you just put regular coffee into.
Women's pants, trousers which still have tiny pockets.
Or the ones with fake back pockets.
MLM products.
Why do people still fall for those is beyond me.
Cigarettes.
I know they say that people often die from smoking, but my uncle smoked, and he only died once. Microtransactions in games. The cosmetic ones I can understand, they can be fun, but the pay-to-win ones are terrible, and yet they make millions every year.
Most mobile games fall into the pay-to-win category. It's ruined what used to be a nice little distraction. I'm happy to pay to remove ads or get some additional content now and again, but if I have to keep paying to beat the game? F off.
Fast fashion clothes.
My issue with fast fashion isn't people who can only afford those clothes. Off-the-rack clothing was designed to make us regular folks better able to afford necessities. If your options are nothing or a $15 shirt from Walmart and you need it for your job, then yeah, go get that shirt. My gripe is with people doing those $1,000 Shane hauls that then promote a bunch of their followers to go buy a bunch of Shane products which then don't fit or wear out within a few wears that they then just throw out and buy something else. You can absolutely make a fast fashion purchase last if you commit to mending it. But a lot of people would rather not take the time.
Plastic water, soda bottles. Environmentally terrible.
In Germany we've got a pledge system for this. You pay 25 cents more for the bottle, but you can give it back and get your money back. This ensures that the bottles will be recycled.
Some states, I'm American, have deposits for soda, beer bottles, but most don't to my knowledge, and there's nothing for water bottles. It's a shame. Edit. Apparently there are a few states that also have deposits for water bottles. I wish I lived in one of these utopian paradises.
Beats headphone, speakers etc. The headphones are so cheaply made that they put weights in them to make them feel higher quality. Edit. For those asking, you can't go wrong with JBL, they're invincible, affordable and unbelievably high quality for the price. Edit 2. Not saying weight equals quality, I'm saying that people think weight equals quality.
Asterisk shutters in Sennheiser asterisk.
Nestlé bottled water.
Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.